What's up, sports bettors? I know I've already given out a lot of parlays for today, including this banger 5-leg parlay to turn 250 bucks into 5K. But I have another one. I have a 3-leg NBA parlay on Underdog Fantasy. And the reason we've been making a lot of videos on Underdog Fantasy is they've had a lot of the top profit margin bets on the EV tool. So the positive EV tool, we have been seeing a lot of plays on Underdog Fantasy. And the first play is Evan Fournier, under 2.5 made threes. So you can get this in a 3-pick or a 5-pick entry at the implied odds of minus 122 on Underdog Fantasy. So we'll go through kind of how this platform works here in a second. But long story short, as a sharp bettor, we're always looking for value. Doesn't matter if you're playing parlays, straight bets, doesn't matter if you're betting on the NFL, NBA. Doesn't frickin' matter. The way that sportsbooks make money is they charge the vig. They charge the juice. So you're looking for bets with enough value to beat the vig, beat the juice. So what you'll see right here is for Evan Fournier, under 2.5 made threes, Pinnacle Sportsbook, which is the sharpest bookmaker in the world, they're pricing this at minus 167. Bet Online minus 154, DraftKings minus 165. Like the whole market, on average, sportsbooks are, let's say, minus 155, minus 160 on this play, on this under. They have the under heavily juiced, heavily favored, and we're getting it at minus 122. So we're getting a ton of value. We're getting 45 cents of improvement from Pinnacle, which is the sharpest bookmaker in the world. Right? So when you're able to find value to the sharpest bookmakers, typically that's a play you want to be all over. So if you're curious, why should I be playing 3-pick and 5-pick entries on Underdog? Because you'll notice nearly all of my plays are going to be 3-pick and 5-pick entries on Underdog Fantasy. The reason is, if you have any 2-pick entry, so any 2-leg parlay, you're betting 1 to win 3. Unders, overs, whatever. You're betting 1 to win 3. Now, if you have a 3-leg parlay, you're betting 1 to win 6. So if we take a look at the difference in the implied odds, so this is just the OddsJam screen, so a way of viewing data. But if we take a look at a 3-pick entry versus a 2-pick entry, for any 2-pick entry, you're betting 1 to win 3. So that's as if you're getting minus 137 implied odds on a sportsbook. For a 2-pick entry, you're betting at minus 122. $1 to win 6, $1 to win 5 in profit. It's just a parlay with essentially plus 500 odds. You're betting 1 to win 6, 1 to win 5 in profit, which you can see right here. So this platform, basically, you're incentivized to play 3-pick entries. That's where the implied odds are best, right? So ideally, if you want to be on RJ Barrett, you shouldn't be playing him over 1.5 made threes at minus 137, right? You would much rather play him in a 3-pick entry or a 5-pick entry at minus 122, where it actually seems like there's a tiny bit of value. Most sportsbooks have this over favored at like minus 140, minus 137, stuff like that. So as a sharp bettor, we're always looking for value. So it's free to browse odds on OddsJam. Any game you want to look at, whatever, you can browse odds for all of these markets, player made threes, player points. And what I like to do is just, scan Underdog and look for where there are soft spots. Look for where the best odds in this dark green color are on Underdog Fantasy. So it looks like Julius Randle under 1.5 threes and RJ Barrett over 1.5 threes are both best offered at minus 122 on Underdog. But neither of them, unsurprisingly, are as profitable as this play on Evan Fournier. So we hit it, right? When all the bookmakers are pricing something as a minus 160 favorite, you're getting it minus 122. That's a play you want to be on. So next we have, there are kind of 5 picks you could choose from. But I just took Marcus Morris over and Zion Williamson over 3.5 assists. Marcus Morris over 1.5 made threes. That's my next parlay for tonight. 3 picks, 250 to win 1.5K. Obviously, the highest profit margin bet you can sort for, and it's on, at least for Underdog Fantasy, which is the sports book I'm looking at. So you can see them all. You can just see one sports book. But typically I just keep OddsJam filtered by percent, so I just see the highest profit margin bets first. But anyways, hopefully this video was helpful. Let's make some money.